Welcome, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your reading for the month of May. I hope you are doing well. And of course, May is your birthday season. So happy early birthday to my son, Taurus souls out there. Sorry. I hope you guys have an amazing time celebrating your life, the fact that you're on this earth with us in the way that you feel guided to do makes your soul happy. And just overall, you made it through another year. And not everybody can say that. So we have the beautiful Ace of Pentacles coming in for you. So we all know this saying, right? We all know this saying of ripping the band-aid off. Just rip it off. Just get it over with. That's a little bit of what I'm sensing when it comes to hitting your season. Like on the 20th, the sun moves into your sign. But we also have this solar new moon eclipse right on the edge, like right on the cusp of Aries moving into Taurus. So we have on 29 degrees versus a 12th house solar eclipse. And then the next day, Mercury starts to, stations retrograde basically in your sign as well. So your first house, you're like 12 first, like, subconscious working, coming its way up towards the conscious. And I think overall, what's important to not jump ships too quickly. Even though you might feel that way, it might actually vanish within a couple hours. So really take the time to just go with the flow, but not try to build a home out of every stepping stone you might incur. That's what I'm hearing. Like, when you're in a stream, right? And you're going with the water, you find a lot of stepping stones. But those stepping stones might be a pillar on its own, doesn't lead anywhere, is not connected to anything else. That's what I'm feeling. Like you might pass by opportunities and stones you can stand on and sit on and be on for a little bit, but at one point you're gonna have to get back in the stream because that stone is not a connecting foundation for any long term. That's what I'm sensing. It's the only way that I could explain it to you guys of what I'm energetically picking up. This is not something to be afraid of. It's not something to fear or to feel like, oh, it's gonna happen, like bad things are gonna happen. No, some of you it's just a simple epiphany and has like this domino effect in like a positive way. It might open up your heart, it might open up your mind, it might just be a ripple effect of something taking you to the next phase, taking you to the next stage. Basically, you might recently open up towards the idea of like maybe you want to shift, change jobs, and then just seeing like what would be fitting for you, but actually opening up your horizon. Maybe actually have an epiphany. You might have been looking into one area and all of a sudden this whole other brand is like, maybe I would like to shift even like the brands. Like maybe you wanted to do something completely different. Opening up, it will help you open up. So keep on hearing opening up. Ace of Pentacles, it's an opportunity, a doorway opening up for you. So something comes in, either an opportunity, this could come through a conversation with a person, through a phone call. This could be a long lost email or something like that. Just something reoccurring, something opening up for you. So it's very important to understand that when it's right, you will feel it. If you're gonna have to put in too much work, too much time and energy to make it work, to overthink it, to come up with the right solution, to come up with the right thing, right now is not the thing to go with. It will come. It comes to you. Doesn't mean that you have to sit and wait and ponder and all of that. It's like it will come to you. It's either the idea, it's the phone call, it's the person, it's the email, it's the thing that will bring about this energy, brings about this thing. And while you're in that waiting space sort of for that to happen, just be creative, just with your time, entertain yourself, enjoy your life, be in the here, be in the now. All of those things will bring you an openness, and that will bring this thing in much easier, much quicker. So great time for change. Just not necessarily one jump and that's a long lasting destination. Like it's about multiple steps, but it's about these right stepping stones appearing for you, and it feels right. It's in the right timing. It's the right moment. That's what I'm hearing. It's the right timing. It's the right moment. It's right there. It's right there. That's what I'm hearing. It's right there. So it's not something far about. It's like it's a right here, right now, right there. Okay, that's just something I'm channeling for you guys because it's very subconscious energy that I'm picking up. We also have Jupiter entering your sign on May 16th. So there's just this transformation happening within you guys. I'm feeling there might be this internal battle of like feeling spiritual connected, feeling spiritual aligned, and then your mind coming in and bringing in these doubts or having these different type of conversations. And it's just a little bit going back and forward. But overall, it's change and it's transformation. And sometimes it's a little messy, and that's okay. That's okay. Nothing to fear is what I'm hearing once again. 7 of Pentacles. Yep. If it feels like too much work, it's too much work right now. Doesn't mean we don't have to show up and do the work, but when something used to just simply flow and now it's not flowing, then maybe it's time to just take a little bit of a step away from it. You've planted the seeds, there will harvest, they will give you all the things that you are meant to gain from it in divine timing, but don't overly focus up on the end all be all is what I'm hearing. A little bit Aries energy. It might be an Aries Taurus cusp. Ooh, okay. Knight of Cups, 8 of Cups. Yep. It's going back up on enjoying the journey. Enjoying the journey. Coming from, a serious mode. It's like you invested something. You invested your heart, you invested your love, you invested your time, your energy, your focus, your presence into something. And as a Taurus that you are, you could be quite persistent with that. It's like if I just wait, or just do this, or just do that. I'm sensing like you're walking away because once it's just too much. It's like when it feels too forced, it's too forced. It's not what it needs to be right now. I knew that a devil would show up. There could be a Capricorn energy. There could be Capricorn in your chart, and that something's happening there, like a square or something with your Capricorn side, which enhances that Saturn energy. And Saturn also moved sign, not so long ago. I think it was March 7th. Let me see. So to start with the 2 of Pentacles, it's almost like you live a double life. Not that you do like, you have like two wives going on and, multiple kids and stuff. I mean, could be, but not for everybody. It's almost like you live 2 lives. Like you show up at work and it's the work you, and then you have your private you, and your private you is like making all these changes and stuff, and then it becomes harder and harder to show up as the work you, or family you, or the you outside who you are showing up in the world versus how you're showing up in your own private space and what you love, what you think, what you spend your time and energy on. And it's like it's coming to sort of this boiling point. It's like it was manageable for quite some time. It's like now it's not manageable anymore. It just doesn't feel well. It's starting to take and soak up too much of your space and energy in your head space. And that's where this change is coming from. This is me just pointing down a couple of things that's just happening internally within you guys. That will be expanded a little bit during this Mercury retrograde as well in your sign, but it all will happen naturally. It's like it's taking place. So don't, like I said, it's just the only thing you kind of have to just keep in mind is like, let it flow. Just let it flow. If it's too much forcing, just let it be for a little bit. Get back to it later. Follow what feels good. Follow what feels easy. It doesn't mean it doesn't take work, but when it starts feeling like the 10 of Wands, not right now. Because right now it's for you to open up. Remember, open up and receive. Just open up. Keep the energy flowing. If you are too focused in on one thing, it's like, I need this to work. You don't understand. I just need it to happen. You know, if there's really too much, you're closing up your energy towards other things that actually you wouldn't even begin to imagine could show up for you and could happen for you. So the earthly realms, what I'm hearing, earthly realm, what you can see, what you can touch, what you can taste, you know, what you can smack is what else. I think is something I said during Patreon reading for this week. I know I have a and Taurus there. It's like that by itself could be a little bit, you know, distracting. But when it comes to spiritually, all of a sudden you start to breathe differently, see differently, feel differently. So there is a lot for you to gain. That's subconscious growth and energy. So the Tower is here with the Three of Wands. It's almost like you've been waiting for something to just happen, and then it happens, and then you're like, I don't even really want it anymore. It's like all this thing and this meaning and this thing that I put on it. It's like it wasn't even that. Like it was what I projected from myself out to this thing, this physical, either was a person or situation or a job or meaning. It was always within you, and that just enlightens this new beginning. Like you see with a Fool, it's like you may even go back to a childhood dream. It's almost like when I was a child I wanted to become this or that. It's like, you know what, maybe I can make that happen now if I get this going, right? This thing came in, you didn't even expect it. This is the band-aid, right? It's like ripped off. There you go. Kind of enlighten this pathways, like your mind. There's a lot of mental growth and abilities for you. Like if you like right now would be a great time to like reintroduce or introduce like a lot of affirmations, like daily affirmations. Just reply it and repeat it to yourself. Keep it somewhere, maybe, you know, put some sticky notes on your mirror, just things that you repeat to yourself, even if you have no emotional connection to it at all. It's just a passive thing you read, you say. At one point it starts to actually become emotionally connected to you in your subconscious and your programming, your DNA. It's like reprogramming the mind. It's very beneficial. I'm not gonna say it's important, but it's beneficial for your journey ahead to work on that this month. The mindset is very important. You set your mind out to do how you talk to yourself, what your mind is showing you, telling you, forcing you to do or wanting you to do, is guiding you to do, what you think about, like all of that. Like read into it. Almost try to see it as like, you know, in a court case you have like a person who's like, you know, showed up because someone asked them to. It's like, you know, you're gonna come to court with me, what? So they show up at court, and you have the judge and, you know, the jury, you know, and you have this one person who's like sitting in a room, nobody's talking to them, they're not really a part of it. It's like, you know, but what they do, they type down everything, you know. They type down they what they hear, what they see, what they do. It's like they're the observant. They have no emotional in any way, shape, or form. They will not change it for the gain of someone. They will just put it as is. And that's a little bit what I'm feeling like. If you could take now and then, not every day, all day, take a position in your own life. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna write it down. What I'm feeling, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what my mind is thinking about. Just, you know, I'm just observing and I'm just taking note. While you're taking those notes, you become more and more aware. You will notice that on a daily basis, you actually start to become more aware. What am I thinking right now? Is this positive or negative? Is it something that's serving me, or is it something that's serving someone else? You know, right? It's like your thought process. That's what I'm feeling. So it's a journey. And it's definitely a marathon, not a sprint, but I am seeing a lot of possibilities for growth and evolution when it comes to that, because some of you are overcoming your social anxiety. There might be this fear of failure or this public speaking, and you're overcoming that. You're you're noticing it, like you're noting it down. Like, when I have to talk in front of people, I get really anxious, or I actually feel this way, or, it's like, maybe I want to overcome that. Maybe I want to sign up for an open mic or whatever, like a spoken poetry or whatever. I'm just going to do it. Maybe in city, nobody knows me, very underground, laid back, jazz cafe or whatever. And you just want to do it, get on that stage, do it, practice, 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 because it's like, it's something that will help you. It's like, but first you gotta note it. It's like, I have this public recognition, but all I feel is fear. It's like, where does it come from, and how can I maybe help and assist my mind through that, right? It's like taking yourself on almost like as a project, not in a bad way, but it's like, hey, there's room for improvement, how it can just flow easier. I need to double check what that Queen of Swords is pointing you out to. Yeah, it's that becoming aware of this. Yeah, I know. It's like the moment things start moving, what happens is this overthinking. It's like your mind traps you somewhere. And it's a Five of Swords. Five of Swords, I knew it would show up. It's just simply what it is. But this is what you're working on and working with. Sometimes people become their biggest critic, because if they already think all the negative things that anybody else in the world could tell them, it hurts less. It doesn't mean, because nobody can be more hard on you as yourself. And then it becomes sort of your programming and your defense mechanism. And it's like, there's a situation or a way. I feel it's a coping mechanism, to be honest. But there's no one in this entire universe that's really benefiting from it. And mostly, like, not yourself. There's not one side that's really benefiting. It's like, there's only losers in that game. Nobody really gains anything from being a winner in that. And it's like, approaching things from a different perspective will really help you. It's like you're becoming more and more aware of, like, who you are showing up in the world as, and what your own needs are, and what you need in order to be happy and be the best version of yourself, for yourself, yes, but also for your spiritual well-being, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and therefore for the world and the people around you that benefit from that stability and from that harmonious energy, and from the frequency that you vibrate on when you have that in a balanced energy. So beautiful. So what is this Eight of Wands? I want to clarify it just for a bit. It's a Seven of Cups with a Knight of Pentacles. So once again, not all stepping stones are one to step on. Okay, it's like, it's just passing by. Okay, it's an opportunity, but no, it's not for me, because it won't take me anywhere. So understanding that there are no shortcuts this month, because it just comes to you. So it's like, one sec. No shortcuts needed, because there's this transit and this energy they're going through and moving through actually has so much to teach you, and so much ability, that if you get stuck and stagnant into one thing, then it will diminish your growth. So even when it comes to getting to know new people, or getting, dating someone, or when it comes to, like, you and your relationship, it's like you always will be an individual, regardless if you have 18 children and 5 wives. I don't know what you got going on. You will always be an individual first. It's you and another person, or whatever makes us, right? Or you and your job, and you and, but it's like, you are always an individual. When you are in a relationship, like I said, in whatever way, shape, or form you are, you have this aspect of the us and the we, and that needs work. It always will, forever. The most perfect relationship is perfect, because there's still work left to be done, and it's like communication about whatever you encounter together. It will always take work. Once you start watering it, with doing the work, with staying in communication, being open, being honest. Things change, things evolve. That's natural, it's human, and you have to stay in communication about that. You do the work and you water it, it will continue to bloom and grow and blossom through different phases and times, right? But you also are your own individual in a relationship. You have two individuals that form an us, and the work that does with us, two people show up for two people, for each other, for yourself and the other person. But that has nothing to do with the work that you are individually, doing in your own life. So when you have things to heal, it could have effect on each other. It has to do with each other because you have two individuals coming together and forming that us, and so you add things both individually. But when it comes to you wanting to do something for yourself, maybe you want to heal some inner child energy, whatever, you don't always have to be a completely separate individual without a relationship, without children, without all of that, in your space to do that. No, you can show up for yourself as an individual, focus on that, while the other person's also focused on their own individual, and then you have that work you do together. But you gain that perspective and that growth that you bring to the table, working on your own 9 cups, right? Your own 9 cups, your own 9 pentacles. It's all about becoming emotionally and physically and financially and all of that independent by yourself first. I want to take the finances out of it. So your own emotional development and fulfillment in life, and then you come together and you both give each other an extra cup, and so it equals the 10 of cups. So that's a little bit what I'm feeling, and that individual energy is really heightened. It's about you. It is. It's about you, Taurus. Okay? That's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's involved and all of that. It doesn't matter. It's like, it is okay it's just to be about you for now. You with you. And put yourself a priority. It's your birthday season, so even more reason to just let it to be about you. But I feel like it's about you, your higher self, your soul, your mental body, your physical body. It's all the sides of you that form you. And sometimes we can get so lost in hype that we forget what it is we actually want, what it is that actually makes us happy. Because what made us happy 5 years when we make that change, make that decision, got in that relationship, all of that, it might have been a perfect fit. But you grow, you evolve, you learn, you live and you learn, and your needs and likes and loves change. And that's okay. That's natural. That means that you're doing the work. All right? I'm going to pick up a spirit message for you guys. What it is you guys want me to give extra to the Taurus, the birthday souls. Ooh. Okay. It says, embrace the moment. Embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you are changing your energy. You are changing your energy. All right? That's really good. It's like, try not to judge yourself or others. Think positively. Becoming aware. Remember that woman in the court case, she's just typing. She's not putting any judgment on it. It's like, it's just my job. I just type what I hear. Oh, this person, okay, that person. It's like, it's okay. It's all sides of you. Just allow it. Just note it down. Note it. Just notice how much, maybe it's something that you can work on this month. It's just every day when you end your day, just become very conscious for just a moment and just think, put it in percentage. How much of your energy was serving you during that day, and how much of your energy was not really serving you or putting it down. I want to say positive and negative, but it's so black and white. But maybe it's something that you can find a way for you to name that that fits you personally. It's like when you Let me give just one example. If you think like, I'm gonna be late, or I don't know what to do with this, I don't know what to do with this, or I don't feel good, I don't feel well, like I'm scared for tomorrow. I'm like, it's like 60% maybe that's that, and then 40% it's gonna be okay. I just need to take a break. I just need to think positive. It's gonna be okay. Like, just being conscious, aware, like what's happening up there in your mind, in your mind's eye, and in your body. How you feel versus what you're thinking, how that works together. Just note it down. This Mercury retrograde is perfect for that, because you're gonna crack some codes, and the moment it stations direct and a day later Jupiter moves in your sign, Taurus, man, it's like we have a lift off. Okay, it's good, it's great, you got this. I love you, Taurus. Happy birthday once again, and I'll be back when I'll be back. Bye. It won't take this long again, I promise. Okay, bye.